Hey, I'm Peter from Faraz Auto Sales, and today we're going to be doing a video of our top ranked BMWs. Stay tuned for this. Very special 2018 full individual ultimate package M4. This is such a cool color, such a cool combo of carbon, of just ticking every box from the BMW options. Let's dive into this baby, take a look. All right, well, let's start with the M4 front end of this thing. This is, again, every M4, every BMW guy's dream as far as I'm concerned. I think this individual speed yellow has to be one of the nicest colors that BMW has to offer. It is an individual color. We're gonna show you that later on under the hood where it's plaqued and stamped. And once this car is built and you tick all the boxes, it becomes the ultimate package. So you have, again, that includes a full carbon race spec on the exterior. So that's going to cover the roof, the side mirrors, the front diffuser, rear diffuser, even the exhaust has carbon on it. We're going to take a look at this whole thing and dive through this car today. Now, as you just come around the side of this vehicle, you get met with these, of course, the very, very signature competition wheel. The BMW comp wheels are gorgeous like this. It's kind of got this brushed aluminum look to it, the outside finish of that with the black accent on the inside of it. It's just such a cool looking wheel that comes on all of the M4, M3 competition spec vehicles or the ultimate spec vehicles. And then of course you have your M Sport brakes that come on this, and the M Performance brakes stop really well on this car. And it just ties into the whole look of the BMW M4. Let's move on down. Now you can't miss, as you're working down the side of this vehicle, of course, the carbon fiber mirrors on this thing. And then when your eyes move to the left before you're gonna get into this car, you got carbon fiber roof. So the whole point of that competition package, the ultimate package, is to reduce the weight of this vehicle to make it look just totally more different, way more aggressive looking. And then you got your side skirts that come on this thing that are beautiful too. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you can also maybe opt for maybe an aftermarket thing to get the carbon fiber side skirt on that, but I know that part of this factory modification upgrades are this carbon fiber rear spoiler, which are beautiful. And then of course, we're gonna work on right here in the back of this and check out the rear diffuser I was talking about earlier, also carbon fiber. And then the M Sport Performance exhaust sounds so much different than the factory, the regular exhaust that would come on an M4. So we're gonna start this car up and hear what it sounds like. It sounds just gorgeous. Even got its own plaquing of M Sport, M Performance on the bottom of the exhaust, which is really neat. We'll get a shot of that a little bit later on. All right, now once we hop in and take a look at the interior in this M4 competition ultimate package, we can take a look at all the different amenities that this thing has. So once you, again, are clicking all the boxes on the order, the build sheet, when you're getting one of these built, you get basically everything. You get a slightly different seat, which is the race seat that has like a cavity here that goes right through. You see my hand go through after. We'll take a look at that. But there's a lightweight aspect to that seat as well versus the regular seat, right? But when we get in here, we get the carbon fiber interior trim, which you can see. You get the full extended leather, which is all the leather wrap dash, which comes with the beautiful stitching. Otherwise, this would be kind of like a plastic or just a regular plastic color there. You get all of the upgrades on the nav system. You get the 360 camera system that comes with that. You get the upgraded sound system, Harman Kardon, and then everything else that comes on the interior of that as well. So that comes with all the different modules for adjusting your shocks, your steering, your everything. The sport modes is all right at a touch of a button right here, which is cool. So this car just it has basically everything you'd ever want in an M4. Every option that you can get basically. So I also love about this car is the beautiful stitching, the simplicities that make it look so cool. Is the M colors through the steering wheel, the stitch you can see there is beautiful. Paddle shifters right at your hands, when you're driving, you feel that real race spec feel. And then also on the ultimate package, you get the full driver's assistance as well, that's an upgraded option. So you got your blind spot, your frontal collision warning, pedestrian warning, things like lane departure warning. So those are all really handy to have as well when you're driving a sports car. You still have some things that a lot of other sports cars don't come with. All right, let's start up this M Performance exhaust and see what it sounds like. right, now let's take a look at what powers the BMW M4 Ultimate Package. It's a beautiful 6-cylinder, 3-liter turbocharged motor making well over 400 horsepower. It's just such a beautiful, compact, gorgeous motor. Like I said earlier, some of the big V10s, V12s and sports cars we're used to have those big, wild, huge motors, huge engine bays. This one, BMW still makes it look very mean, very aggressive, but neat and tidy as well. And of course, if you're ever wondering about individual colors on your car, or what your car number is called, individual colors are always plaqued on the inside of the engine bay by BMW. This one is done in the traditional German of Fueller Titan Silber. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but anyway, that would be the speed yellow that we're talking about today, which this car is finished in. We're checking out this 2023 BMW M4 manual. Let's dive in and see what this thing has to offer. All right, first thing that draws us to the attention to this car is the big facelift that the M4 had. When we replaced the old M4 that we just reviewed, or a different style M4, with this big, massive front grille, BMW style, not the traditional kidney style, but you know, a similar take. And then we have the full carbon exterior kit on this vehicle, which we'll look at. Now, it's not the competition because I believe that vehicle cannot be manual. You can only get the comps in automatic, but it's built the exact same way, and we're gonna find out. I love the laser lights on this car. These things at night are insane. You have to see these to believe how cool the image comes out of those things when they're lighted up the road. It's just wild. So this is Toronto red. Funny enough, we're in Toronto. Come check us out. From factory, beautiful eye-catching color. First thing that we notice is the remodel of the comp wheel, or I guess the competition wheel, like we've seen on some of our other M4s. This is a beautiful new update of that. You can get these in different colors, different finishes. They're beautiful wheel. They come staggered, so the front is a 19-inch wheel, the back is a 20. Give you a little bit of a beefier look in the rear. Then of course you have the M compound brakes, which is the beautiful red finish on that. You can get that in blue. You get a, change it, you can gloss black if you'd like as well, I believe. But again, these wheels are really good looking wheels. They just really go with the style of the vehicle. You can't go BMW exterior carbon package without getting, of course, your carbon fiber roof, your carbon fiber mirrors. And this one, I love that it's like a dark shadow line type look for the BMW, which is an option as all of this trim becomes black. The gorgeous side skirts are black. It just really ties into how well the carbon looks, the mean look of the black wheels. We work our way back around here. Of course, you have the M carbon fiber spoiler, which is part of the carbon package from BMW. You have the anniversary roundels, which are a really cool take on the beautiful roundel. And of course, your eyes just get drawn to the big carbon fiber rear diffuser. And then just like we mentioned, the black accents on the side is even the exhaust is finished in gloss black. So very nice, tasteful touches on this car. Even a sports car comes with a functional trunk from BMW. And one of the features that's great too is the auto closing trunk on a sports car. Really cool little feature. All right, let's dive into the interior of this thing and have a look at what we got. First of all, when you're getting into a BMW that has the competition carbon seats, you really want to make sure you get it right. Otherwise, if you ever had a Charlie horse as a kid, you get about 5 of them because they're so rigid on your thighs, legs, everywhere else. Man, this is beautiful. This is the Silverstone Silver, if you want to call it, I guess, is an individual color leather, which is just one of my favorites. It's gorgeous. I think you can opt to get the extended leather on this. This one doesn't have that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it does have the carbon fiber interior package, which is beautiful. And probably the best highlight about these cars is the BMW still releasing the manual transmissions, which is not a lot of the sports car brands are making those much anymore. You get Porsche, these guys do it. But this is one of the biggest factors for me in a sports car. I just love the way a manual feels. So this thing still drives like all the other manuals that they've released. It's super easy to drive, yet super awesome. You can rip these manual transmissions and they feel fantastic. We're still gonna start the car off later and see what it sounds like, but carbon fiber steering wheel here, which is factory from BMW. That's an option that comes with, again, the competition package if you're gonna get that, but you do have to have the automatic transmission to get the competition badge on the vehicle. Now, these carbon fiber bucket seats may not be the most comfortable to get into. they really do hug you in the road, but they actually really are fully carbon fiber. The whole thing is exposed carbon fiber. So if you want to take a look back there and see, it's a super lightweight seat, which is, again, that's what it's designed to be, is reduce weight, be more structured when you're driving. But love the M4 illuminated badging in this. Just that at night just pops, beautiful. And then of course the infotainment system on these, we've seen the old M4 was analog. The newer ones are all digital now, which is beautiful. When you change through the drive modes, your different M modes here, you can just see the changes in the way that infotainment system changes, or your dash, should I say, because your infotainment here is, again, very user-friendly. Keep it very simple for people that have previously owned BMWs and you're worried about getting a new one because you might not know how to navigate all the functions, the features. Super simple, super easy to use, and just a great all-around package of interior. Now, another thing that's a little bit refreshing on the M4 Coupe is the fact that it does have 4 seats, and they actually are quite comfortable, and you actually have a decent bit of room. Like my knees aren't anywhere close to the seat in front of me. It does look really neat with the carbon fiber in front of it, which is cool. And it also does have rear USB ports in case you're charging your phone, and has some rear climate control. So it's not just basically there for looks like some of the cars seem to be. A really easy, comfortable car to get in and out of. You have a pull tab right here on the back of the chair. Pull it, it folds forward, and out you go. All right, time to hear what the M4 sounds like. BMW has kept the M3, M4 true to the 3-liter, 6-cylinder, twin turbocharged motor. Beautiful, very, very powerful. Although the newer M4s are coming, especially the way this one's built, almost skirting that 500 horsepower mark. So, man, these things are pretty quick, and there's a lot of potential in this motor. You can really, I'm sure with some slight tuning, stretch this thing to be just an absolute rocket. So anyway, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous engine bay. I do like some of the features of the older one. I wish they had have kept that, you know, carbon fiber brace that comes through. That was really, really cool looking. But again, they built this for a reason to be the way it is, and it's a spectacle. So you're finally at that stage where the weekends are now for groceries and soccer practice, but you don't want to let go of that fast and furious feel of a 600 plus horsepower sports car. We got just the thing today. We're going to look at the BMW X6M Competition Ultimate Package. This thing is a beast on the street, and I am Peter from Faraz Auto Sales. Let's dive into this thing today. All right, with this 2021 X6 competition, there is a ton of things to talk about. Like we said, the grocery getter, the kid hauler, but everything in between from the 600 horsepower sports car. We're gonna look at it all today. I don't know if it's my favorite choice per se. I do like the X6, but I really like the X5 body shape more. Maybe you let me know what you think. Anyway, nonetheless, this thing is cram-packed with crazy features, especially like we talked about. The ultimate package on this gives it every box checked. All the things that you could get ordered is on this truck. And the color is fantastic, the interior is fantastic. We're gonna look at it all. Let's first take a look at the front end of this thing. I will say that from the front, X5 versus X6, very similar, but the front end is so mean on this car. Again, you have the laser lights from BMW, probably one of the coolest spectacles about the car. You can order these as through BMW from some of the newer lineups. The lights are phenomenal. When you see these things at night, it's like something you've never seen before. All this super mean looking black trim, full active air on here. The big V8 with the twin turbo intercoolers are right behind these vents, allow that air to fire in there, cool those things down. You can even see the huge rad behind there with the big support beams of like these steel here, with, I guess, to add some support to the front as well. Like this just is a serious grocery getter, not just a you know, like your family SUV. This thing is no joke. The competition setups from BMW, should I say, is they always seem to follow this beautiful competition wheel. I mean, there's a Y-spoke edition one, there's a V-spoke edition one, but they always have that beautiful competition look to them, right? I remember even back from the M4s, the M3s, when they started to make competitions on those, is they had these wheels that just look so much better than the factory wheels, like are from the, I guess, the non-competition wheel. But again, classic huge big brakes on this thing that are just super powerful. This is a 21-inch wheel. It's got some big tires on this thing. So I mean, the back is staggered, so the back wheels will be even thicker, which is cool, which I love. Now, this one in particular, as you can see with the competition package and the ultimate package, it's got the carbon fiber mirrors on this thing. Another nice touch on when we get some of their vehicles in, if you know, customer request, or sometimes the way they've been made, they have the PPF film protection that's on this mirror already. So you have to know when you buy this thing, it's coming right out of the gates, so you're not going to get stone chips on your front. You're not going to get any worry about damaging your mirrors, because it's got that nice protective film on there to stop it from any damage or stone chips. And it's got the dark shadow line, black trim again around the windows. Very, very sharp looking vehicle. I think it's a very sharp looking paint. I believe it's called Amatrin Metallic, which is kind of like a burgundy, but it's kind of like a red. So as we move around, you can see the car, kind of the color changes, like the way the light hits it. It kind of is purple one spot, red the next spot. I think that's a really neat paint scheme for them to draft up on this vehicle. I mean, not everyone's favorite, but hey, there's something for everyone. But I think it's a really, really sharp looking paint color. All right, now if you're liking these videos, please, it would help us out a lot if you could subscribe and like the content, because it really helps us grow our channel and make us one of the biggest car channels on YouTube. Now, one of the cool features about the X6, which makes it different than the X5, is as you can see, that X6 back end kind of slopes off, where the X5 holds the true height of the car, comes kind of like, it would be up around this range, even higher. Kind of looks more like an X7. That's what makes this unique looking, which is really cool. Kind of matches with the GLE coupes from Mercedes, or the GLC coupes, even though the GLC is a bit smaller. The competition with the ultimate package got that carbon fiber spoiler on it, man. It's very, very cool. Nice little addition to make it pop a little bit more than the regular X6. You kind of don't see it in every light, but when you do see it, it's like, man, it looks really sharp. Following this thing down onto those exhaust tips, it's got the big quad black exhaust tips. We're gonna fire this thing up later so you can hear what it sounds like. That big V8 really growls. It's something to hear. And you can't have the competition model without that competition badge right there. So you got your X6M competition badge. Let's open the trunk up and see how much space we got for, like we said earlier, those groceries or whatever else you're putting in. Comes with some already extra protective mats that you can put on there. Of course, the factory mats, which is awesome. You have a ton of space in here. Again, maybe not as big as the X5. So like if maybe your family's just starting out, you don't have as many things to put in here, or you know, maybe you're just kind of starting a family, and then at least you still know you got some room. But it still is quite different space-wise. As you can see, the trunk doesn't have nearly as much of an overhang on it because of the shape of the car. Got this really cool, I guess, the luggage cover, I guess, to keep things covered up, which is fully removable. I know you can take that, folds up and comes out as well. So if you need extra space, you can fold down the rear seats. You can get, you know, a little bit more room to put, say, something longer in here, some skis or something else. We're gonna take a look at that as we go. And of course, your automatic closing trunk on most of the models are standard. So just a nice feature, good looking trunk. All right, let's jump inside this bad boy and take a look what's going on. First thing I notice when I jump in, which is, this is probably, again, I think I've said it in other videos, my favorite color interior from BMW is the Silverstone interior. It's like a white, but also kind of a grayish color. Something about it just catches my eye. I love it. I think it looks super, super sharp. The interior of this car feels less like an SUV, much more like like a sports car. It's still spacious, got a lot of headroom here. The gorgeous Sky Lounge roof, which is a really nice feature from BMW. I think it's more of an aesthetic thing, just kind of gives you this light up, which goes the coloration of your ambient lighting, which all this purple lighting along the sides here. We can change that all through the infotainment system, which is really cool. And you can have basically whatever color you want, whatever color you're feeling like that day. And this thing's got the Alcantara suede roof liner, which is really, really sharp. Your M1, M2 big mean red buttons here that look just like you're ready to, you know, press a nitrous button or something and go into space. But these things are really nice trucks. So I love every amenity this has. Again, being the ultimate, it's not just about performance and being mean and aggressive. It's got massage seats with that. It's got heated and cooled seats, which is right along here with a touch of a button. It's got, you know, your heated and cooled cup holders, which is such a cool novelty to have. It's kind of like a novelty because half people probably buy this vehicle wouldn't even know it's in there unless you start, you know, messing around and seeing what's going on. But coming with this as well, with the ultimate package, you got your heads-up display, of course, which is great for your visual, your Harman Kardon sound system, your driver assistance plus packaging, which again was adaptive cruise control, all that stuff. It's got 360-degree cameras. And I love that there's just all these beautiful little details on the car that it would take you quite a while to take a look at them all, like the etched in M badge that's into the actual leather. It's, you know, embossed into there. And then even the shift knob has the gorgeous M Sport stitching on it that matches your seat belt when you pull that out. Like, look how nice that is. That's just such a nice little touch that just really screams BMW performance, which I really, really love. Now, I gotta be honest, I've been around BMWs and cars for a very long time, and I was just recently told by somebody, I guess, I don't even know what the feature is called, and I think it's something like gesture control, but you can literally just wave your finger in the air to turn the volume up and down. Like, isn't that crazy? You can adjust all kinds of different things. This has got sensors in the infotainment system, so you can adjust what you want with, I don't even know, you might just look like crazy when you're driving down the street and you see someone just flinging their finger around. I mean, it's a very novelty type thing to use. I guess maybe you might be able to do it from the back seat. Maybe the passengers can, if they want to turn the music up without bugging the driver. I just think that's one of the coolest things I've seen in a car. Maybe a lot of the other brands have it, maybe they don't, but I think that's one of the neatest things that you could get. The regular X6, the M Sport package, some of them come with the M plaques on the base, I guess the base plate or the side plaque here, but this one, I love when you get the competition. Of course, you get the full X6 M competition written right there as you open the door. It greets you every time you hop in, which is one of my favorite features as well. As soon as you open this door, your X6M emblems right in your headrest are gonna light up. That's really cool. So see that? It illuminates as soon as you open that handle. Just again, these small features that make it that much more exciting and cool and different. So, well, we jumped into the back seat here just to get a feel what it's like to be a passenger, and yeah, it's nice. It's actually, feel like the seats sit a little bit lower than the front, like in the normal SUV. Sometimes you feel like you're hiked up a little bit, but I don't know, this one, it's pretty comfortable. It's pretty comfortable. You got, again, your rear climate control for all 4 zones, which is nice. You got rear heated seats, which is a great feature too. Again, you got your window sun visors here, which is a really nice feature for kids. I mean, sometimes you can't choose which direction the sun's gonna be in that you're going. You know, I don't drive a lot of drives home from the cottage, the sun's in the west, and it's just boiling the person on the one side. So having that is just a great little touch addition to comfort back here. You know, you got a really good sturdy armrest. It's quite comfortable. Like, it would not be hard to take a couple of long rides in the back of this thing. And like we talked about earlier, you got a little the fold down middle section, I guess center console that has your cup holders too, which is nice. I know the old X6s came with 4 passengers, some of them. I don't know if they make them anymore, but yeah, the center piece here moves open as well in case you want to put skis through the center. I mean, almost seems like it would be a horrible idea with white interior, but I guess that's up to you. All right, now if you're liking these videos, please, it would help us out a lot if you could subscribe and like the content, because it really helps us grow our channel and make us one of the biggest car channels on YouTube. All right, we're gonna turn this thing on and see how it sounds. Again, one of the coolest features about these big V8 twin turbos is they just sound like they are ready to just fly. Like they just have so much power. The powerful sound of the motor is so much different than starting up their 6 cylinders or their 4 cylinders. Wait till you hear this thing sound. It sounds so much different. And we're gonna fire it up right now and take a listen. Last but not least, certainly check out what powers this monster, which is that huge 4.4 liter V8 twin turbo motor. And look at how beautiful this thing looks. This M carbon engine cover is just, again, that's an add-on, a part of the ultimate package, an ordered unit, which costs a little bit more. It's nothing less than gorgeous. Like when you look at this thing, it just spells power. This thing is ready for the street. It's ready for groceries. It's ready for hauling all kinds of ass, whatever you guys need to do in it, it is ready for that. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe our videos. I am Peter, this is Faraz Auto Sales, and this is the X6M competition.